If you are over 60 and struggle to open jars, climb stairs, or get up from chairs without help, listen carefully. What I am about to share will change your life, and it could be the one thing that keeps you out of a nursing home. Most seniors believe that losing strength is just a natural, unavoidable part of aging. They are wrong. You do not have to accept a future of frailty or dependence. The real culprit behind your weakness is a condition called sarcopenia. This is the progressive, silent loss of muscle mass that slowly robs you of your freedom until even a trip to the bathroom becomes a challenge. But here is the big promise that the multi-billion-dollar supplement industry does not want you to know. There is a specific vegetable that contains 9 times more protein than eggs, yet 99% of seniors have no idea it exists. By the end of this video, you will discover the secret to rebuilding muscle mass at any age. Even if you are 80 or 90 and have been losing strength for decades, this discovery can turn everything around starting today. I am going to reveal exactly 10 muscle-building vegetables that pack more protein than eggs and have the unique ability to restore your muscle fibers and keep you living independently. However, you must stay until the end because vegetable number 10 is unlike anything you have ever heard before. When researchers first tested its power for muscle synthesis, they could not believe the results. I am Dr. Hillman, a practicing physician for over 25 years, specializing in senior nutrition therapy. I have guided thousands of patients from a state of total weakness back to vibrant strength using these exact methods. I want to make this journey personal for you. Please take a moment right now to comment below with your age and where you are watching from. I will personally respond to your questions. If you are ready to reclaim your strength, hit that subscribe button and let us begin. Now, you have probably been told your whole life that eggs are the gold standard for protein. I get it. They are easy to make and they are a staple in almost every senior kitchen. But here is the part that might worry you. One single large egg contains about 186 milligrams of dietary cholesterol. That is over half of the recommended daily limit in just one go. For my patients over 60 who are already managing blood pressure, heart disease, or diabetes, that cholesterol can be a silent enemy. It contributes to arterial plaque buildup, making it harder for your heart to pump blood to the very muscles you are trying to save. But does that mean you have to give up on your strength? Absolutely not. It just means we need to look at a superior alternative that nobody is talking about. This is where the power of plant protein changes the game. Take cooked spinach as an example. Most people think of it as just a garnish, but a simple serving can provide about 5 to 7 grams of complete protein. That is roughly equivalent to a medium egg, but with one massive advantage. It has 0 cholesterol. When you switch to these plant sources, you are not just building muscle, you are cleaning up your system. Spinach is packed with lutein and zeaxanthin, which are powerful antioxidants that eggs simply do not have. These compounds specifically protect your eyes from age-related decline, while the nitrates in the greens improve your blood flow and muscle growth. You are getting a multifunctional health boost that eggs cannot match. We are shifting the perspective from just eating protein to eating the right protein that protects your heart and your independence at the same time. Now, I know what you are thinking. You are probably ready to head straight to the kitchen and toss together a giant raw salad, but stop right there because I am about to tell you something that might shock you. If you eat these vegetables raw, you might be completely wasting your time. For a senior body, a raw vegetable is like a locked safe, and if you do not have the key, you will never get to the treasure inside. The secret is not just in what you eat, but in exactly how you prepare it. You see, plants have these incredibly tough cellular walls designed to protect them. As we get older, our digestive systems are not quite as aggressive as they were in our 20s. When you eat raw spinach or kale, Your body has to work overtime to break through those stubborn walls. Most of the time, those muscle-building nutrients simply pass right through your system without ever reaching your bloodstream. You are eating the right food, but your muscles are still starving. But here is where the magic happens. When you apply just a little bit of heat, you are essentially unlocking that safe. By lightly steaming your spinach for just 2 to 3 minutes, or giving your kale a quick saute, you break down those tough fibers and increase your nutrient absorption by a staggering 300 to 400%. Think about that for a second. You are getting 4 times the iron, 4 times the folate, and 4 times the magnesium just by changing how you use your stove. This is absolutely critical for fighting anemia, which affects nearly 10% of seniors, and for supporting the DNA repair needed to keep your muscles young. The goal here is not to cook them into a mush. You want them vibrant and tender. This simple change in your routine transforms these greens from basic side dishes into concentrated muscle-building powerhouses. It is the difference between feeling weak and feeling a surge of energy in your legs. But as powerful as spinach is, it is nothing compared to what my neighbor Margaret discovered. She was facing a total loss of independence until she found a bitter green that almost everyone else throws away. You might be wondering if these simple changes actually work in the real world. Let me tell you about my neighbor, Margaret. At 72, her life almost ended. Her daughter found her crying on the bathroom floor, unable to stand up after a simple trip to the toilet. The doctors called it advanced sarcopenia and told her family it was irreversible. They essentially gave her a death sentence and told her to get comfortable in a wheelchair. But Margaret remembered a bitter, peppery green her grandmother used to force-feed the family during the recession. Mustard greens. Against the skepticism of her medical team, she started eating a massive bowl of cooked mustard greens every single morning. What happened next shocked every doctor in that hospital. Mustard greens contain a massive concentration of an enzyme called myrosinase. This is nature's secret weapon that pharmaceutical companies have spent millions trying to recreate in a lab. Why? Because it can literally reverse muscle fiber breakdown by up to 30% in just a few weeks. It is like a biological reset button for your strength. But the protein and enzymes are just the beginning. One serving delivers over 500% of your daily vitamin K needs. Think of vitamin K as the commander of your skeletal system, giving your body the direct order to build bone density and strengthen where your muscles attach to the frame. Within 2 weeks, Margaret was walking to her mailbox. By month 3, she was back in her garden, moving with a level of strength her doctors called medically impossible. She found nature's most powerful anti-aging weapon disguised as a weed. But if you think mustard greens are a miracle, wait until you hear why I almost got sued for sharing the secret of vegetable number 4. I almost got sued for sharing this next secret. My colleague, a family physician for over 15 years, actually called me late one night and begged me to take down my article. He told me that the information I was sharing about my father's recovery could destroy a billion-dollar industry overnight. Why? Because I had stumbled onto a muscle-building powerhouse that is sitting in your pantry right now for less than 50 cents a serving. I am talking about cooked green peas. My father was 68 and could barely climb the front porch steps without gasping for air. His cardiologist was already preparing him for a wheelchair. That is when we ignored the expensive supplements and turned to the science of the green pea. Here's what the industry does not want you to know. One single serving of cooked green peas delivers between 7 and 8.5 grams of complete protein. That is significantly higher than a large egg. But without the 186 milligrams of saturated fats that send thousands of seniors to the emergency room every year with heart complications, but the protein is just the beginning of the story. Cooked peas are incredibly rich in natural nitrates. Just like professional athletes use beet juice to boost their performance, the nitrates in peas act as a natural vasodilator. They open up your blood vessels and enhance oxygen delivery directly to your struggling muscle fibers during exercise. Furthermore, the magnesium and potassium levels in cooked peas create the perfect electrolyte balance for your body. This is the secret to preventing those dangerous nighttime muscle cramps that lead to falls and broken hips. Within 48 hours of my father starting his daily pee ritual, his energy returned. Within 2 weeks, his muscle mass was visibly increasing. The pharmaceutical lobby tried to silence this information with a cease and desist letter, but the results were undeniable. My father is now 72, still climbing stairs, and his scans show the muscle density of a man 20 years younger. They want you to buy expensive powders, but the real strength is in the humble pea. But what if your muscle building engine has completely stalled? You see, even if you are feeding your body the best fuel in the world, it does not matter if the internal growth pathways have gone dormant. Most doctors will tell you that after age 65, those pathways are permanently shut down. They believe your body simply loses the ability to build new fiber. I am here to tell you they are wrong, and my Uncle Frank is the living proof. Uncle Frank was the rebel of the family, but at 74 he was fading fast. His muscle mass had reduced to almost nothing, and his doctors were discussing drastic measures because his body was essentially giving up. We thought he was losing his mind when we caught him sneaking into a neighbor's garden at 3 a.m. with garden shears. It turned out he was after a specific heirloom variety of broccoli, but it was not just the plant that saved him, it was the protocol. He learned a secret preparation method that acts as a biological switch for muscle growth. This is what we call the sulforaphane protocol. Sulforaphane is a powerful compound found in broccoli that does much more than just fight inflammation. It has the unique ability to stimulate muscle protein synthesis by reactivating those growth pathways that have been sitting silent for years. The protocol is very precise. You must steam your broccoli for exactly 4 minutes, not a second longer, and then immediately shock it in a bowl of ice water. This exact timing and temperature shift preserves the maximum amount of sulforaphane, which is usually destroyed by overcooking. When you eat broccoli prepared this way, it is like hitting the restart button on a dead engine. Uncle Frank started his daily broccoli ritual, and within 6 weeks, the man who could not walk to his mailbox was helping us move furniture. His muscle tone returned so dramatically that his own doctor accused him of taking steroids. But it was just the sulforaphane supercharging his ability to build collagen and repair muscle fibers. Frank is now 78 and has gained 15 pounds of pure muscle mass. He proved that your body is always waiting for the right signal to grow again. But we are just getting started, because vegetable number 7 is currently being used in a Florida nursing home to do something even more incredible. But unlocking the growth pathways with broccoli is only half the battle. If you do not have the specific raw materials to actually build the tissue, your body stays in maintenance mode. This is where most people fail, but these next 2 master builders are the secret to professional grade muscle recovery. I am talking about the incredible synergy found in lima beans and edamame. Let us start with lima beans. In my practice, I had an 87-year-old woman who was losing weight so fast her family feared the worst. Then she started eating homemade lima bean soup. Within 6 weeks, she gained 15 pounds of pure muscle. Why? Because lima beans are packed with lysine. This is an amino acid that is absolutely critical for muscle synthesis, yet it is almost impossible to find in high amounts in other plant foods. Without lysine, your body simply cannot repair the damage from daily activity. But if lima beans are the foundation, edamame is the master switch. Edamame is loaded with leucine. In the world of biology, leucine is famous because it literally switches on the muscle rebuilding process within just 30 minutes of hitting your system. Your muscle fibers start repairing themselves almost immediately. Furthermore, these legumes do something eggs and meat cannot. They contain isoflavones and resistant starch that act as a biological shield. They help block cortisol, which is the stress hormone that actively eats away at your muscle tissue as you age. By blocking cortisol and flooding your body with leucine and lysine, you are creating a perfect environment for growth. It proves that a diverse plant-based diet provides every single building block you need to stay strong and independent well into your 90s. But there is one final step you must take to turn this information into real results. Now, here is the truth that separates those who succeed from those who stay exactly where they are. We have covered a lot today. We have looked at how cooked spinach can replace the cholesterol in eggs, how Margaret used mustard greens to reverse a death sentence, and how the 4-minute broccoli protocol acts as a biological switch for your growth pathways. We have even explored the incredible amino acid synergy of lima beans and edamame. But information without action is just entertainment. There are 2 types of people watching this video right now. The first group will nod along, feel a spark of excitement, and then they will close this window and go right back to their old routine. They will grab the same breakfast tomorrow, skip the greens, and continue to wonder why they feel a little weaker every month. But then there is the second group, the action takers. These are the people who realize that their independence at 80, 90, and beyond depends entirely on the decisions they make in the next 24 hours. They understand that losing the ability to walk or live alone is a price too high to pay. They see these 10 vegetables not just as food, but as a biological weapon to reclaim their life. Which group are you in? I want you to make a choice right now. I want you to pause this video, grab a piece of paper, and write down a grocery list. Commit to trying at least 3 of these muscle-building vegetables within the next 24 hours. Whether it is the steamed spinach for breakfast or the roasted Brussels sprouts for dinner, your muscles are waiting for that signal to grow. To help you get started, I have put together a complete 30-day muscle recovery meal plan. It shows you exactly how to combine these vegetables for maximum protein synthesis, and you can find the link in the pinned comment below. But before you go, I want to hear from you. Which of these 10 vegetables are you going to try first? Tell me in the comments below. I read every single one because I am genuinely here to help you stay strong and independent. And you absolutely cannot miss tomorrow's video. I am going to reveal one simple thing you can add to your morning coffee that rebuilds muscle tissue faster than almost any supplement on the market. Hit that subscribe button so you do not miss it. Your journey back to strength starts with one meal. Let us do this together.